Thank you, Chairman Issa. Director Jones, thank you for being here. I know that's an uncomfortable seat sometimes for folks.
Warm.
We may rename it the hot seat. I'm kind of want to get a step back and get a big picture idea here. Can you refresh my memory? What was the stated goal of your storefront operations?
Well, it's business calculated to identify and proactively intervene with criminals and criminal activity in high crime areas.
All right. So, and you open up these storefronts and you attempt to buy guns back from criminals. Is that one of the?
That's a piece of it. Its primary value is intelligence gathering. Oftentimes the storefronts are wired for video and audio. People make admissions. We can identify them. We can run crim histories to see if they're prohibited on some occasions. So it attracts. It's designed to attract a certain criminal element so that we can gather intelligence as to what's happening outside of the storefront.
And the normal goal of law enforcement is to move up the chain. You know, rather than getting the petty street criminal, you want to move up the chain to more serious offenses. That's a normal operation for law enforcement, isn't it?
Sometimes that is to build, if you're interested in sort of enterprise theory investigation, to take out a whole gang, but sometimes you're talking about a single trigger puller who's got a reputation in a community of just being a bad actor.
All right. Well, the reason I'm getting at this is, you know, we heard testimony in this committee about Operation Fast and Furious that really what they were after was taking down a drug lord in Mexico or abroad. And what concerns me is, are we developing a mentality in here of we're after the more serious offenses, damn the consequences. You know, we saw in Fast and Furious we let guns walk across the border with tragic results. We're seeing in this the ATF encouraging people to saw off a shotgun or having to train someone in what an automatic weapon is. Shouldn't we be focused on just getting the job done? And when we start going beyond that, it's like we get in trouble.
Well, I think it's important that storefront operations, the ones we're talking about, and the many others that are highly successful, are just a tool in a toolbox that we have. They're not the end-all to be-all. There are other undercover operations.
And I remain concerned that, again, it's the Rudy Giuliani theory. We fix the broken windows, the big stuff starts to take care of itself. But, I mean, are we going for big headlines and big busts that may go forward with a political agenda, or can we just get down to the nitty-gritty? But let me, in a speech you said it was time for the ATF to bring our A game, to protect the American people and public from violent crime, and on my watch, that's what we're going to do. Was Operation Fearless your A game?
No, it wasn't the A game, and we could do better, and I freely admit that, and we've learned lessons from Fearless. One of the reasons that we dispatched Internal Affairs is to peel back the onion, see what went wrong, validate some of the things that worked, and know what didn't work. I think it's significant to note that we hit the pause button on storefronts until we can get them right. Now, if we can't do them right, we don't do them. If we can't do them right, we don't do them. If they're not cited right, if they're not resourced right, if they're not staffed right, if there isn't an intelligence purpose for it other than to generate numbers, we're not doing them.
All right, and let me ask, as we go forward, we've been having trouble, obviously, from the Attorney General in getting fast and furious information. And I just want to say, are you willing to work hard with this committee to make sure we get to the bottom of these things and they don't happen again?
I've read the Fast and Furious OIG report several times, including in the last couple of weeks, and I fully understand some of the systemic issues. That's my challenge. There's ongoing litigation with respect to
we just can't let this happen again. I have one other quick question that a constituent wanted me to ask you, and we're getting reports of trouble with imports of 7N6 Russian surplus ammunition, yet we're not seeing anything from your agency about this. Are you all planning on implementing a new policy on that? I know it's kind of in left field, but
yeah, it is kind of left field. Brownsville is wonderful, by the way, but no, we'll look into that. If you can give us more context.
all right, we'll get with you. I'm out of time, so I'll yield back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not smart. The gentlelady from Illinois.